Hey, English 101. I just wanted to check in with you since we didn't have a class yesterday, and we're not going to have class on this coming Saturday because you guys have off for the President's Weekend. So I just want to make sure everybody's clear on what is coming up now. I'm going to walk us through our Blackboard shell for the moment. So I am looking at our Blackboard shell. My most recent announcement said that this week's assignments are now posted. So if you go into course content, and then you click on week 3 online only, you will see the readings for this past week, for this week coming up, 2-6 to 2-12, are the Norton reading, page 55 to 71, and then 202 to 210. 202 to 210, if you're struggling with what to do for your evaluation paper, that's got a lot of really good information on what exactly an evaluation paper is. And then I give you some movie reviews from the New York Times so you can see what a movie review looks like. And then your evaluation criteria discussion board. Now, I'm noticing that there haven't been many posts on that discussion board yet. So you want to make sure that you spend some time this week and go to do that. In fact, I only see one post on the evaluation criteria discussion board. So click on the left-hand menu. You can click on discussions, and it'll bring you to all of the discussion boards, or right in our class for this week, the 2-6 to 2-12 class, you can click right on the link that says evaluation criteria discussion board, and it will bring you right there. Okay. Remember, your evaluation paper is due this week. So if you are looking for that assignment, you can go into course content and then click on assignments. And it'll bring you right to all of your assignments. They're up there. They're not filled in yet. You can see which assignments you're going to have, but I haven't posted the actual assignments for anything other than the evaluation assignment. So for your evaluation assignments, you're going to evaluate the movie that you watched during your first online class that first week of school. The important pieces that you need to at this point be aware of what your evaluation criteria are. So evaluation criteria are just the things that you think something needs in order to be considered good or quality. So for example, pizza, right? I may have mentioned that we moved from New York a couple of years back, and since we've been here, I really am struggling to find good pizza. So for me, evaluation criteria for good pizza would be that it has to be a nice, sort of a little bit chewy, not too thick dough. The crust is going to be really important. It has to have a lot of really good cheesy cheese, salty cheese, not sweet, like salty, good, salty mozzarella. And then the sauce has to be minimal and not sweet. I can't stand a sweet tomato sauce. So those would be my 3 criteria for a good pizza. For a good movie, as I mentioned in our class and in our discussion board, the criteria for a good movie for me is that it's got to have characters and compelling plot line. It's got to have believable characters, and it's got to have a decent time limit. It can't be a 3-hour movie. That's just, I don't have the attention span for that. So those would be good criteria for me for a good movie. So ask yourself, for you, what makes a good movie? Do you like a romance? Do you like one with a scary plot? Do you like something when everything wraps up nicely at the end? Do you like things when they're more reality-based and not everything has a happy ending? Do you like cartoons? Do you like singing? Do you like strong dialogue? What for you makes a good movie? So nobody's criteria are going to be exactly the same because everybody has different preferences as to what they want to see in their movies. So don't worry about matching up with somebody else, but take some time to go through that discussion board and post your evaluation criteria and read the answers that your friends put in, because if somebody else might have said something that you hadn't thought of yet, okay? And that might be something that you really need in a movie, okay? This assignment is just your own ideas. The only citation that you're going to use is a review. You're going to find one published review of the movie that you chose. So let's say you choose the movie The Shining by, I think it's Stanley Kubrick, featuring Jack Nicholson back in the day. So you choose the movie The Shining. What you would then do is you would find a movie review published of The Shining. You then read the movie review. At this point, you've decided your evaluation criteria. So you've already reviewed the movie yourself. Okay, you've given your review of the movie. Then you're going to read the published review, and then you're going to agree or disagree with the published review. Now, let me make a suggestion and think about doing this. Try and find one of each. You don't have to use both. But as you're looking for reviews, find a review that you agree with, find a review that you disagree with. You only have to pick one to talk about in your paper, but oftentimes it's easier to write a paper when you have something that you disagree with, because then you have counterpoints that you can make and things that you can say. You are not tied to choosing something you disagree with. You absolutely can choose a review you agree with and write about that. But think about choosing a review that you disagree with, and that might give you a little bit more to say. Okay, so once you have written your own review and explained your evaluation criteria and how your movie matches up to that evaluation criteria, you're then going to introduce this external review, published review. You're going to sum it up for me, tell me what the reviewer says, and then you're going to talk about whether or not you agree or disagree with that reviewer. Okay, so your paper should be written MLA format, 12-point Times New Roman, double spaced. You don't need a big title page. You don't need a big title heading. All you need is your name at the top of the paper. You need to use in-text citations for the review that you chose, the published external review that you chose, and a works cited page that includes the citation for the review and the citation for the movie. And you can find how to cite a movie in MLA format by Googling that phrase. Google how to cite a movie in MLA format. It will likely bring you to the Purdue OWL website. You should click on that, and that's a great source for that. I can tell you everything you need. Okay, you should be able to find the information from the movie itself. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weeks. I know we've got some time off, and that's a bummer. I really wish we were face-to-face a little more often, but I will post information for you for next week as well. I know we have no class, but you'll still have work to do, reading to do, so that we can prepare for your next paper, which is going to be your research paper. So the other task for you, and we mentioned this in class, I'm just going to reiterate it. Keep an eye out for your I wonders. Pay attention to things that might strike your interest, that you might think is worth researching. One way you can do this is watch the news, read the news, and just pay attention to your Google rabbit holes that you fall down, or your YouTube rabbit holes that you fall down. What sparks your interest and what keeps you clicking and what keeps you following up on article after article to see what you can learn and to find out more. Those are the types of things that you want to consider for your research paper. I think that's it. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Have a great week and enjoy the snow. Bye.